and welcome to yet another riveting episode of AFIA Attends, and we are at the Center for Memories for a classic stage performance by the Ijele Renaissance Theatre themed Pieces of Our Bones. The theatre, in collaboration with the Center for Memories, is dedicated to preserving Igbo language and culture through dramatic stage performances. Let's have a brief chat with the organizer, Mr. Ibiam Ude, before we go in for the show. He's going to tell us a little bit about why we're here and what the performance is all about. Let's meet him.
The Ijele Renaissance Theatre is a theatre that has come to, talk about the culture of Ndebo in a way that we have been running away from. Because you see, in the world we live today, especially all the culture, all the theatres we have around us, they are not really projecting the Igbo culture. So we are not just a theatre because we want to be a theatre, but we are a theatre with the mandate to talk about the Igbo culture, Igbo history, and everything about Igbo land that is actually going into extinction. The title simply says Pieces of Our Bones. And we know whenever we talk about the bones, we are talking about the leftover. So we are talking about the pieces of whatever that the war has left us with. This is our own way of representing or trying to find out what happened after the war. How were people able to pick up the pieces of their life? How were people able to, move on? How were they able to build brotherhood? How were they able to strengthen themselves? What were their convictions? What were their resolutions? And just everything about it. And it's not only about the Biafra war. It also talks about the Nigerians too. It talks about us as a people. The stage actually opened with a procession. And that procession is just us trying to make supplementation to the gods, trying to ask them what have gone wrong. Okay, we have fought this war and we are back. So what next? People are not talking to us. So it's just like talking to the gods and talking to God also. The second one was now when the person that now went to war, because we are not trying to interpret a little adaptation of the Biafran soldiers and the Nigerian soldiers. You can find Amobi going to war and coming back only to find out that his wife has been impregnated by the Nigerian soldiers. And sometimes this happens because if you look through the scripts or look through the play, you should find out that even in a normal life, at times we ask the question, is it possible or is it true that some of our girls were actually raped by Nigerian soldiers, and when their lovers returned from war, it was now hard for them to recollect. Now, the person that now went to war came back and received the same 20 shilling that everybody that did not go to war received. So that was why he was crying out to the measure. Am I still going to receive 20 shilling when everybody received 20 shilling? Just to tell you that the world made everybody equal.
Now, that's it. This is a fun connection.
The other scene talked about where they now had their council meeting, where they were now trying to have their deliberations. They now said, okay, let everybody go home and give us a representative to talk about the way forward and everything. And everybody started bringing suggestions.
We must arrive. Everything was the great again. Yeah, what to take it? I don't know why. That's when you
The other scene was now when people now started going home, and some people started traveling in order to seek for greener pastures, and that was what happened to Chinda, where he was trying to console Oloma, where he said, don't worry, I'm going to the city to make money, and when I make money, I'm coming back. So that actually gave a room for exploration.
Just anything that when I do, but we keep on speaking about it, okay? Oh. Please don't leave me.
The last scene, which is the most creative, is now when it just calls for reconciliation, because the friends of Amobi, we are not telling Amobi, she's not the only one that got pregnant. There are other girls that got pregnant. Why don't you give her a chance and take her in if others can do it? And we also saw Mary Brooks representing the Red Cross Society, because the Red Cross Society actually played a very good role during that Biafran war. So Mary Brooks representing the Red Cross Society and trying to also adapt our culture, trying to also know why we do some certain things. That's why when I was chanting, she was like, this song we are singing, I have to say, no, it's not a song, it's a chant, it's a poem. So you can also see the Red Cross trying to, adapt the people that came to, help us, trying to also adapt to what was happening around us, even our culture and everything. But having this play live and having the kind of audience we had, the kind of partnership we have partnership on people we didn't even expect. Ashoka, AFIA TV, Center for Memory, Owele FM, Chaizi Honey, Bakers, and so many persons were interested. So before, we thought that there was no market for theater in Enugu, but now we have seen that there is market for it.
And it's a wrap. Until our next event together, keep watching AFIA Attends on AFIA TV. My name is Natalie Ufu.